Today we are going to study Lorentz transformation of space and time. The invariance of speed of light in all inertial frames implies that Galilean velocity transformations do not hold good. In Galilean transformations, velocity varies. The remaining terms mass doesn't vary. These mass all terms are invariants, but velocity varies and need to be replaced. The law of mechanics are also variant in Galilean transformations, are also need to be modified. So Lorentz algebraically searched for an transformation which may replace Galilean transformations to give result in agreement with Michelson and Morley experiment. The Michelson and Morley experiment says that velocity of light is same when measured in any inertial frame of reference, which means c dash is equals to c even if we measure from two reference frames, inertial frame of reference. C dash equals to c minus vt. This doesn't happen. Now the Lorentz transformations are as follows. Consider two inertial frames S and S dash. S dash is moving with velocity v. This frame S dash is moving with velocity v in the positive direction of x-axis. For convenience, consider the axis of two coordinate system coincide at t is equals to t dash equals to 0, which means at time t and according to this frame and t dash according to this frame is equals to 0, then all coordinates are same. That a pulse of light is generated at a time t is equals to 0 at origin, which goes in space. At time t is equals to 0, we generate a pulse of light from here, origin g, it goes into space. Now consider the situation when pulse reach at p, point p. Now the light we generated here goes and reach point p. So light is having velocity c. We know that, relax, kilometers per second. Let x, y, z, comma t and x dash, y dash, z dash, t dash be the position and time coordinates of p measured by observer o dash and o dash in the frame s dash and s dash respectively. For this observer, the position coordinates of point p are x, y, z, comma t. And for this o dash observer who is in s dash frame which is moving with velocity v, he have coordinates of this point p, x dash, y dash, z dash and t dash. Velocity, we know that velocity is equals to distance by time. So S dash frame is moving along positive x-axis with velocity v with respect to frame S. Now velocity of light at point P when observed from S frame by observer O, then velocity, we know that velocity is equals to distance by time. Here velocity of light is c and distance from O S frame is root of x square plus y square plus z square by time t. Here, for removing square root, we square on both sides, squaring on both sides. C square is equals to root and square gets cancelled, x square plus y square plus z square by t square. We bring this t square to this side, so t square this side. We have this equation. We send this t square to that side, so x square, we have x square plus y square plus z square minus c square is equals to 0. This is equation number 1. Now similarly, when pulse is observed from S dash, we have similarly x dash square plus y dash square plus z dash square minus c square t dash square is equals to 0. This is equation number 2. Here we have to observe that c doesn't have c dash. C is same, velocity of light is same according to when we observe from any frame of reference. So we don't take here c dash square. Now we know that Galilean transformations y is equals to y dash and z is equals to z dash, because these axes are moving parallelly, but there is change in only along x-axis only in these two frames. Y, z and y, there is no change, so y is equals to y dash and z is equals to z dash. Equating these two equations, we get x square minus c square t square is equals to x square x dash square minus c square t dash square. Here this y dash square, y square and z dash square and z square gets cancelled from this. We get this. This is equation number 3. From last session, we have derived this equation number 3. And the transformation between x and x dash can be represented by simple relation. X dash is equals to k into x minus vt, and k is independent of x and t. But suppose if s is moving along x-axis with velocity minus v relative to s dash frame, then these simple relation can be represented as x is equals to k into x dash plus v t dash. This is equation number 5. This equation represents when s dash is moving with velocity v with respect to s, and this is when s is moving with velocity minus v with respect to s dash. This equation. So there is a small trick to remember this equation. If there is x dash this side, then we need not to keep 3 dashes. Here there is no dash, here there is no dash, and here there is no dash. If you don't have x dash here, dash is missing here, then we have to keep here one dash and here one dash and here one dash. These are the two equations. We substitute 4 here, x dash value here in this equation. That's x is equals to k into, we substitute this value here, k into x minus vt plus vt dash. Here we send this k multiplying with this equation is with this term, so this goes here. Now need t dash, we need t dash to be subjected, so we send remaining term to that side, we keep vt dash here, vt dash is equals to, we send this term to this side, so x by k minus k into x minus vt. Now we send v multiply, it divides, t dash is equals to x by vk minus k by x by v minus, we are multiplying this, become minus into minus plus, and k into v, k v k t by v, so v gets cancelled. So t dash is equals to, here we take k as common from the entire term, k is common. Here this term becomes, there is no k in numerator, there is only k in denominator. So we multiply and divide with k for this term. So here we get x by v k square. The numerator k is taken common and denominator k into k becomes k square, minus k is taken common, x by v, and this in this term k is taken common, only t remains. So finally we write this equation, k is common and t plus t here, t, we write t here, and again we take from these two equations minus x by v. So this equation becomes minus x by v is taken common, we write this one as 1. For here this becomes 1 by minus 1 by k square. If we multiply with x by v, we get minus x by v, and we multiply with this term, we will get this term. So t dash, this is t dash and this is x dash. Here we need to substitute k value. So for getting k value, we substitute t dash and x dash. We will substitute t dash x dash in equation 3. Here x dash square and t dash square we are going to substitute for getting k value, for finding k value. Now substituting, this is equation number 6, substituting 4 and 6 in 3, we have x square minus c square t square is equals to x dash square, here our x dash, and we need to substitute x dash square, so squaring and we are substituting, so k becomes k square, and we write x minus vt whole square. Now we have to substitute minus c square and t dash square, t dash, and we need to substitute t dash square, so k square, we square this entire term, same, t minus x by v into 1 minus 1 by k square whole square. We have substituted x dash and t dash here in this equation, x dash square and t dash square. We have this look like a minus b whole square. We have to separate these terms, x square minus c square and t square. So we write k square, and this term can be written as x square, a square, this is a square term, and this is b square, means b square t square minus 2 into x vt, and this term entire term minus c square k square, and this entire term, this is a and this entire term is b, so t square plus x square by b square into 1 minus 1 by k square whole square plus 2 into a is t and b is x by v, 1 minus 1 by k square, so x by v into 1 minus 1 by k square. We have substituted t dash and x dash values in this equation, and we have just expanded it. This is a minus b whole square. We have expanded a square b square minus 2ab, and this looks like a, and this term looks like b, so we have expanded a square plus b square minus 2ab we have written. So we bring this all terms to this side, square minus c square t square. This term is having plus sign, so when it comes this entire term having plus, so when it comes here it becomes minus, and this term having minus, so this entire term comes this side becomes plus. I have written this term to this side, so it becomes minus. This term is having minus, so it becomes plus, equals to 0. This entire equation is equals to 0. This equation is an identity. Hence, the coefficients of various powers of x and t must vanish separately, equating the coefficients of t square is equals to 0. Equating coefficients of t square is equals to 0. We get k value. This k value for substituting here for getting Lorentz transformations. We need to vanish t square coefficients. When we go searching t square, here in this term, here t square is there, so we write coefficient of this term minus c square. And if we go searching t square, here is a t square and v square t square term. T square coefficient is v square, and you have product of k square in this term. So for this t square coefficient is minus k square v square. And again we go searching t square term, here we have t square term, and it's having c square k square as a coefficient. So c square k square is equals to 0. And throughout this term there is no t square, so we have to k square k value, so we keep k square term this side and we send c square to the side, it becomes k square v square plus c square k square, and we send this c square to the side, becomes c square, minus c square becomes plus c square. So we take k square common, from this term we have taken k square common, so this becomes c square, and from this term we have taken k square common, this becomes minus v square is equals to c square. This entire term we will send this side, then we have k square is equals to c square by c square minus v square. So we need k value, so we send square to the side, then root of c square by root of c square minus v square. Square root gets cancelled, so this equation becomes c by, we will take c square common from this root, these two terms, then c, when we take c square common, square roots get cancelled and we get c outside, and this becomes root of 1, this value becomes 1, and this becomes minus v square by c square, because this term doesn't have c square, so we have multiplied c square and divided by c square, we have taken numerator c square outside, and square root gets cancelled with c, we cancel c, and we have 1 by root of 1 minus v square by c square as the k value. We substitute this k value, root of 1 by 1 minus v square by c square, here and here, we get Lorentz transformations. So k is equals to 1 by root of 1 minus v square by c square. Now Lorentz transformations, we have x dash is equals to k into x minus vt, this equation. We substitute k value here, then it becomes root of 1 minus v square by c square, where y is equals to y dash and z is equals to z dash. Z is equals to z dash and y is equals to y dash. We have substituted k value here in this equation, we get x dash is equals to x minus vt by root of 1 minus v square by c square, and y dash is equals to y and z dash is equals to z. Here we need t dash, we have to substitute k here, and we have to substitute k square value here. So we have k is equals to this value, we square on both sides for getting k square. So square root gets cancelled, it becomes v square by c square. We take LCM, it becomes c square minus v square by c square. So this can be written as c square by c square minus v square, this is k square, and we have to substitute here 1 by k square, so this becomes 1 by k square means c square minus v square by c square. We substitute this here, t dash is equals to y root of 1 minus v square by c square. We have substituted k value, remain t minus x by v into 1 minus of 1 by k square value, c square minus v square by c square. So here t dash is equals to this, we take here c square as LCM and we multiply minus with minus c square and minus v square. So we write t minus x by v, here c square minus into c square minus c square, minus into minus v square becomes plus v square by c square as LCM. So here c square gets cancelled, so this root of 1 minus v square by c square. Here this can be written as t minus x by v, here this term is v square by c square, v square and v gets cancelled by root of 1 minus v square by c square. Finally t dash is equals to t minus x into v, xv by c square by root of 1 minus v square by c square. This is the Lorentz transformations. We can write inverse Lorentz transformations from this Lorentz transformations. Here inverse Lorentz transformations can be written as, here this is x dash, we write x is equals to, we have there is no x this side dash, there is no dash this side on x, so we have to add 3 dashes, here 1 dash and here 1 dash and here 1 dash. So we have added here dash and we have added here dash and here dash. We have added 3 dashes to convert inverse Laplace transformation. The remaining terms will be same. This is inverse Laplace transformation, and we change dashes. Here y is equals to y dash and z is equals to z dash, t is equals to, so we add t dash, 3 dashes, we write same equation, x minus v by c square by root of 1 minus v square by c square. We have to add t dashes, here 1 dash, here 1 dash, and here 1 dash. These are the inverse Lorentz transformation. If here is dash, there is no dash on other side. If there is no dash here, we have to add x dash, and the sign also changes by adding dash, and time also changes t dash. These are the Lorentz transformation, and these are inverse Lorentz transformations.